Ferguson. I'm the brother of Byron Ferguson, pilot for this listen. It went down in a crash that happened on Thursday night. As you can see, loved ones out here again, hopeful, wishing for the best, but praising the exact reality. I mean, just really speaking to it for the family, expressing our extreme frustration and our dissatisfaction with the search and rescue attempt for my brother. The sequence of events as we understand them, as they unfolded, as they happened, we know there was room for intervention and rescue, or a greater attempt at rescue that wasn't satisfactorily done. The information that we obtained, my brother, he encountered difficulties about 40 miles off of the coast with his dog. He radioed a search into the air traffic control. I think about 15 miles again, he contacted again with engine problems. He was an experienced pilot. He flew internationally. He had clarity of mind in what he was doing. His friend who was supposed to collect him from the airport, he texted him a message to let him know that he needs to track the plane. I have such. So he was aware that probably this plane is gonna have some issues and he was gonna have to do something. So he asked his friend, who's also a pilot, who would know what to do to track the flight. We understand that the last contact that the air traffic control had with him was 2 miles out, and when they lost him, nobody officially had reached out to us. I mean, I want to interject that the Commandant of the Defense Force met with the family this morning prior to this, after we had made contact and agitated with a member of parliament that we know. Shortly after he arranged, and he met with us today. But I also understand that he is not the one in charge of this investigation. They have the police, an assistant commissioner of police, Delavo, who was in charge of this investigation. Never officially, up to this day, contacted the family, had any details, any information to provide to my mom and my family. Some of the facts that we have are not accurate that they're providing to the media. Nonetheless, back to the search and rescue, we have information that when my brother collided, when he landed the plane in the water, the plane was the most part intact. The tail of the plane was still visible. Someone, I believe that responded, tried to actually collect a rope to put around it or something, but the plane sunk very quickly. I understand this was about 50, less than 50 feet of water. The plane sunk quickly. I think the Defense Force also responded. They indicated that they located the plane by 10:27. I don't know, the plane must have been sunken, completely submerged by the time. No divers went into the water. The search was called off, I think before even midnight. Questions I have about this stuff is, who has that authority to call off a search, and what's the criteria that they use?
Ashton. Okay, come on.
What I'm being concerned is the level of communication. they're communicating with us through the media, and as a result, we find it necessary. We're going to communicate to the media. That's the forum they chose. And so, if they want facts, like I say, this wasn't a skylarking mission. Byron comes from a tightly knitted family.
No dive went in the water.
I mean,
We need
And we call this a job.
no,
You can't. You can't.
he's an
You don't.
experienced pilot.
Do you respond to a plane crash in the water without dive equipment?
I mean, here's my thing. He's an experienced pilot. He took all the necessary preparation as you would when you're experiencing difficulties. My thing is, this isn't the first time that there's been a plane crash or anything of this nature. The Defense Force said they send a unit, they responded, no divers were on board, no divers responded until the very next morning. My thing is, if this is when American vessel, United Airlines, a Delta Airlines that had went down,
Yes.
would they have gotten the same response where no divers would have been in the water, nothing, no equipment, nothing available?
no symptoms.
That's just incompetence to me. I don't know anywhere else in the world where something like that would happen. That's just insane that this day 2018 in the Bahamas, a plane crash, you have no divers and available until the next morning at light when you have a clear indication of where the plane is. Furthermore, you come back the next morning, you don't know where the plane is. So
They
from the
came
time
back,
you
they-
discovered it,
they
you
had
didn't
that
mark
location
it,
marked
you
where they
didn't track
found
it.
the plane.
The only thing you can say is, well, the current may have carried it. They were here, we found the plane.
So
The current
give me
may
a
have carried
second.
it.
They had the location where they found the plane that night. They had that location, and apparently they brought divers back to that location the next morning. They say around 5:30. We were out here before 7.
And they were
Not much activity was happening, but nonetheless, I can't dispute what's going on the water. Between 11, 12, and 5, who knows what the tide could do. Around there is the tongue of the ocean. So they come back to that location that they was at that night. Of course, nothing is there. Nothing is there. What was done? Anything? A GPS? Do you have anything like you could put a GPS on that, mark that? Any buoy? Any anchor? Something? Do you have a vessel that could just stay out there to give you visibility of what's going on with that vessel? If that was a drug plane, any scenario, you think they would have leave that plane and come back in the morning? I'm just curious.
So there's been no indication at all that the plane was searched before it went down?
No indication. I mean, you have your own information where they went to the media and indicate to you all that my dive was spread in the water, it was dark, etc., etc.
We don't see the presence of any search teams today, neither yesterday. Have you gotten any communication from officials that the search has been called off?
I have not gotten that information. According to my meeting with the Commodore this morning with my brothers, they are they're widening their perimeter of search, whatever. But from the last details we got from the other sources, when some people are quoting about that the depth of the plane can be at about from 600 to like 2,000 feet. I'm assuming off Andros now off the western coast, at the tongue of the ocean, and the capacity to dive or even retrieve or salvage the aircraft there's no local capacity for that. So I mean,
What makes it so egregious is the fact that for 2 or 3 consecutive days you had family members standing up on this beach. Obviously we don't have time to waste. We're here because someone close to us or we know something happened, and none of the authorities, in particular the lead agency, has sought to send a liaison person and get correct information. The information reported to the media is also incorrect. It is incorrect. So if they and the family have facts,
to show the desperation we had, there was some information going around on Facebook about some Carnival cruise line in the area on Friday morning that may have seen a flare, and we were asked by the Coast Guard to assist with some search and rescue. A cruise line went down where the port was trying to speak to people. Just showing you the desperation where we don't have no official route of communication with anybody. They went down there scrambling to talk to people, begging for access to talk to people to find out what that was about. Just showing you the desperation that we had. So, I mean, we had our private search going on. We had teams going on.
Private search and your own personal search and rescue efforts.
We had jet skis out the next morning. We've been out in the boat. We scoured the key of Life and Key by boat. We walked it.
We come from a community with a lot of boaters and divers, so we rallied around our community. Byron is known, and then a circle of friends, all the pilot
From
community.
Florida, they just landed. Come out here and join us.
Like I said,
I don't know if they're going back out today.
Good contacts, and we reach out to them. You know, and they brought their private assets, their resources, and that's what we were doing.
And I mean, even so, if they didn't have the resources in place at the time of the crash, at least relay that information to us so we could do something. At the time of the crash, they estimate him to be in 40, 46 foot of water. If we didn't have the divers or the necessary equipment to do so, we could come together, get a private team, and join our infrastructure. In a situation like that, time is of the essence.
And furthermore, like you said, we don't want to speculate. From the search was called off from 12 to whatever, 5:30, whatever. That within that hour period of time. Like, I mean, to send 3 or 4 divers, what perimeter are they capable of covering? Like, do you think that's an adequate response for that time period that the wave could have moved that plane, and the terrain and the nature of the ocean that you deal with over that time period? It just speaks to, I mean, I may have to live with this. I may have to deal with what I have to deal with. But everybody else out here, tragedy can happen to anybody. And this is the level of response. If we don't speak up, this is the level of response all of y'all can expect. If it's dark and you need help or something.
So the search continues privately from your family and loved ones?
The planes and stuff still was out tonight, but I mean, we...
At this point, it's just about trying to actually locate the plane, which is...
This may be a difficult question, but is the family still holding out to hope that he will be found?
We are confident in Byron.
The plane was found whole.
The Ashes are recovered. Up until the plane, you know, this was obviously a controlled landing. He knew he could not, he was losing altitude, he knew he couldn't make it there.
And he asked his friend to track the plane.
He told his friend to track him, he was going to ditch this plane here. Byron was flying from 14 years old.
You fly in the Middle East, in the desert? You fly in
Byron is, look, so I'm confident in his ability and just praying, you know, we don't want to lose a boat, but at the same time, I don't want my brother out there suffering.
We're not giving up. And we are due facts and professionalism from the people who are responsible to conduct this search and investigation. We're not giving up. We see all these people crying. If it happened to you and it touched home, maybe it would have mattered, but it didn't. We will not give up. We are due and we deserve answers.
And I mean, on a national level, Byron passed 3 airports. 3 airports. 3 airports he had to pass when he first encountered this emergency. And he could not take the plane down because no lights on the friggin' runway. No lights on the runway.
International
he had to
airports.
pass 3 runways. Chub Key, Great Harbor Key, and San Andreas. To make it here on 1 engine, trying to get this plane here on 1 engine to LPIA, it is retarded. And if you can give the excuse that, oh, we don't light it up because of drug planes, that is retarded.
When you have international air traffic?
That is retarded. 3 runways he had to pass, encountering an emergency in the air. He had to pass 3 airports.
And had no choice. He had to make a decision. He had to make a decision to land.
Thank you, guys.
Any of the family members had a conversation with your brother before? This is the last time I asked you
What's up?
to speak with me.
We have a family group. Listen, this is closely.
Me and my brother, 18 months apart. We were in diapers together.
Closely in the
Share a
family.
bedroom for 19 years.
He was scheduled to return to work today to South Africa.
Parents were
Today is my
accompanying him.
father's birthday. Today is my father's birthday. He's taking my parents to South Africa with him today. Today is my dad's birthday. He was returning to his job in South Africa today. And this is what we face with.
He was expected to fly back to South Africa.
Yeah, but he was going by commercial flight, but he was taking my parents. My father's birthday gift was a trip to South Africa.
He's a private pilot. He was flying back.
No, he flies for a company in South Africa.
In North South Africa.
In North Africa, but the company is based in South. It's headquartered in Johannesburg.
How many years has he had his pilot's license?
He's been flying. He graduated from Florida Air Academy. He was flying for 14 years. He was flying
his license from about 1999.
So he's been in the air from birth. We knew he was going to be an aviator. He wanted to fly.
Is there plans for the family to go back out today on the
Efforts continue.
We're not giving up on my husband. He's an excellent pilot, and I'm sure he's out there. I'm not giving up on my husband, and I don't expect anyone out here to give up on him. He's going to be returned home to us alive, and that's my final everything. He's going to be here. My name is Anya Ferguson. Yes.
This is my mom.
I'm going Ferguson.
And the lady that was
I'm on A-N-B-O-N.
And I know within myself that he took every proper precaution. And if he's still hanging on to their life, we're going to find him. And that's my weapon. That's my faith in God.